Hey, I'm Jem. I help business owners get a consistent flow of qualified leads so they can finally stop stressing about where the next client is coming from and actually focus on growing their business. Now, if you ever had a client ghost you after 1 month, or you worked with clients who constantly check in because they're unsure what's happening, this video is 100% for you. Because here's the truth: a lot of client relationships don't fall apart because of bad results, they fall apart because of bad onboarding. Today, I'm breaking down my simple onboarding strategy that keeps clients for months, sometimes years. Here's what we're going to be walking through today, step by step. The pre-onboarding fit check. How to only bring in clients you can actually win for. The 24-hour welcome system. The secret to instant trust and momentum. The 7-day quick win sprint. How to get results fast. The 30, 60, 90 success plan. Setting the foundation for long-term retention. The communication stack. Keeping things crystal clear and drama free. And finally, reporting that clients actually read, the part that keeps them renewing. And if you stick around until the end, I'll show you how I can help you get qualified leads delivered every single week, whether you want me to do it for you or want me to help you build the system inside your business. All right, let's jump in. Now, first things first, you can't onboard everyone. And I know that sounds obvious, but trust me, the biggest mistake most service providers make is saying yes to everyone who flashes a credit card. I've made that mistake so many times because here's what happens when you do that. You end up with clients who are unprepared, unclear, or straight up impossible to please. And even if you do everything right, they'll still leave unhappy. That's why before I say yes to any client, I run what I call a fit check. Think of it like your pre-qualifying call, but for your own sanity. Here's what I look for. Niche fit. Do we have wins in this space already, or at least understand how their buyers think? Offer clarity. Do they actually have a clear offer and pricing that can convert leads? Sales readiness. Can they follow up with leads quickly, or do they just let them sit? Budget and timeline. Can they commit to at least 90 days? Because results compound. Decision maker. Am I talking to the person who can actually say yes? Let me give you a real example. A roofing company in Phoenix, Arizona, with two closers and an average job value of 12K. That's a perfect fit. They have structure, a sales team, and the ability to handle volume. But a solo roofer who's doing everything himself, answering calls, running estimates, doing installs, and has zero time to follow up with leads, not yet. I tell him, hey, fix your process first, and when you're ready, let's talk again. That one decision saves me from months of headaches, prolonged frustration, and potential refunds. When you only take clients you can actually win for, everything becomes easier. You're not trying to save a sinking ship, you're steering a boat that's already built to move forward. And once that's done, once you said yes to the right client, that's where the real relationship begins because now they've paid, they're excited, and what happens next can either strengthen their excitement or instantly kill it. That's where the 24-hour welcome system comes in. All right, so let's talk about what I call the make or break 24 hours. Because here's the thing: the biggest mistake most agencies make is this: they completely go silent right after the client pays. You know the drill. Client sends the payment, crickets, no follow up, no welcome, no clarity. And what happens in that silence? Doubt creeps in. They start thinking, did I make the right choice? Are they actually working on my account yet? Should I have gone with that other agency? That tiny bit of uncertainty, it kills momentum. And once momentum dies, you'll spend the next few days trying to prove yourself instead of serving your client. That's why I made one simple rule. Within 24 hours of signing, the client hears from us personally. Not an automated email, not a we'll be in touch soon, a real intentional welcome that says you're in good hands. So here's exactly what happens in that first day. Step one, welcome email with a personal touch. The first thing they get is a welcome email from me and always includes a short Loom video, something casual and real, like, hey, client name, just want to officially welcome you on board. Super excited to get started. I want to quickly walk you through what's going to happen over the next few days so you know exactly what to expect. In that video, I talked them through the basics. What's happening this week, when we'll have our kickoff call, what I need from them to get started. It's simple, but it makes a huge difference because when they see your face, hear your voice, and feel your enthusiasm, it instantly builds trust. You stop being just the agency, you become their partner. Step two, kickoff call invite with a real agenda. Right after the video, the email includes a kickoff call invite. Here's the key: the invite isn't big. It has a clear professional agenda that looks like this: confirm your main offer and audience, Review your goals and expectations, set a quick win target for week one, goal or next steps in communication. That's it. Short, focused, and to the point. 'Cause no client wants to sit through a 1 hour get to know you meeting that goes nowhere. Keep it under 30 minutes always. The goal of that first call is simple: clarity plus confidence. By the end, they know what we're doing, when we're doing it, and what they can expect from us. Now, the next thing they get is a short onboarding form, emphasis on short, not a 10-page Google form that asks for their favorite color or childhood's pet name, just the essentials here: access to ad accounts or CRM, creative assets, logos, photos, etc., key messaging points or offers, any existing lead data or campaigns. That's it. It should take them 5 minutes to fill out, not 50. Because here's the thing: the longer your onboarding form is, the higher the chance they'll delay filling it out. And every day they delay, their excitement fades a little more. We won't let that happen. Inside the same welcome email, we include 4 crucial pieces of info: the things that answers questions before they even asked, timeline, what's happening in week one and week two, what we need, access, assets, and answers, who to contact, the main point of communication, response policy, be replied within 1 business day max. That one might seem small, but it's a game changer, because when clients know your communication standards from day one, it sets boundaries without feeling cold. They don't they don't have to chase you for updates. They know exactly when they'll hear from you. Now, the kickoff call is where everything clicks. We hop on Zoom, say a quick hello, and then I guide the conversation like this. Step 1, confirm their goals, revenue target, lead goals, ROI expectations. Step 2, lock in their ideal client profile, who we're really targeting. Step 3, define their quick win for the first week. The last part, the quick win, is crucial because clients don't need everything fixed right away. They just need to see something moving. Let's give you a real example. A dental clinic in Columbus, Ohio joined us recently. On that first call, I confirmed their top offer is in Invisalign. Their ideal clients are adults aged 25 to 45. Their close rate is 35% when patients show up. Now that's gold. With that info, we know exactly who to target, no guessing, and we can promise realistic, measurable results from day one. When a client sees that level of clarity early on, they relax. They stop micromanaging. They trust you. Why this works so well? The 24-hour welcome system isn't about fancy automations. It's about human reassurance. It says, we see you, we've got you, we're already moving. That's what keeps clients from ghosting, panicking, or doubting your process. And when you start with that kind of energy, you set the tone for everything that follows, because now they're confident, they're excited, they're emotionally invested in the partnership. Now, that's when it's time to back it up a bit, not with words, but with results. Because now that trust is built, it's time to prove you can deliver. And that's where the 7-day quick win sprint comes in, the fastest way to turn excitement into loyalty. Let's get real for a second. Clients don't stay because you sound good on calls. They stay because they see something happening fast. And that's why I built every new relationship around one mission in the first week: deliver a measurable, undeniable, quick win. Something they can point to and say, okay, yep, this is working. Because when a client sees movement early, 2 powerful things happen. Their anxiety disappears, their belief in you skyrockets. They stop worrying about whether they made the right decision, and they start thinking about what's possible if they keep going with you long term. So let me break down exactly how I create that moment, the 7-day quick win sprint. Now, what counts as a quick win is, when I say quick win, I don't mean big, we get more engagement kind of stuff. I'm talking about something real, tangible, and measurable. Here are a few examples: book calls with qualified prospects, actual conversations on the calendar with people who fit their buyer profile, reactivated past leads, old contacts brought back to life, their personalized outreach that turns into new appointments, verified contact lists, lists of decision makers with accurate contact info plus icebreakers for warm introductions. The key here is impact, not perfection. It's not about closing deals in week one, it's about creating visible progress that feels like winning. Now, let's walk through how that first week looks, step by step. Day 1 to 2, build or refine the ideal client profile and target list. We start with clarity. Who exactly are we trying to reach? What do they care about? What pain points actually make them take action? Most clients think they know their audience, but when we dig deeper, we find gold, little details that change everything about how we target and communicate. So during these first 2 days, we're building that list of dream clients, verified contacts, up-to-date info, and detailed buyer insights, because the better the targeting, the faster the results. Day 3 to 4, Launch micro campaigns or appointment push. Once we've locked in the list, it's time to go live. We launch what I call micro campaigns, small, highly focused outreach bursts that test angles fast. This could be a short email campaign, a LinkedIn outreach sequence, or even personalized cold calls, depending on the client's niche. The goal isn't to overcomplicate, it's to get data quickly. We're looking for the fastest path to book calls. If something doesn't hit, we adjust immediately. If something does hit, we double down on it. That's how we find momentum in days, not weeks. Now, by day 5, warm leads start rolling in. People showing genuine interest, requesting info, or booking discovery calls. This is where most agencies drop the ball. They just dump the leads into a spreadsheet and say, here you go. Not me. When I deliver leads, I also send a simple follow-up playbook, a 3-text, 1 voicemail, 1 email sequence they can use immediately to close those conversations. Because think about it, it doesn't matter how many leads you generate if the client doesn't follow up correctly. So we make it foolproof. Something like text 1, hey name, just saw your message. When's a good time for a quick 10-minute call to see if we can help with pain point? Voicemail, hey name, this is client name, just following up. Saw your inquiry about service. We got a few spots open this week. Would love to help. Email, a soft touch reminder with value, maybe a quick case study or testimonial to rebuild trust. Simple, fast, human. Now, by the weekend, we already know what's working and what's not, so we hop on a quick debrief call to review the data. We look at which audience responded best, what message got the most replies, where conversations dropped off, then we make small adjustments and prepare the next 7-day sprint. This weekly rhythm keeps things alive. Clients feel like they're part of a process that's always improving, not a campaign that's collecting dust. Now, let's be honest, even if you hand clients perfect leads, some will still struggle to close them. So I give every client 2 tools to make sure they don't waste opportunities. A 3-text, 1 voicemail, 1 email sequence, so no lead slips through the cracks. Pre-written talk tracks for objections. Short scripts to help them respond when a prospect says things like, I'll think about it, or I'm too busy. Because remember, the goal isn't just to generate opportunities, it's to convert them. Let me give you one that's fresh. We worked with an HVAC company in Dallas heading into summer. Now, for context, this is when demand is high, but competition is fierce. Here's what we did. Targeted homeowners within a 15-mile radius of their office, filtered for homes built before 2010. Older systems equals higher conversion. Promote a seasonal tune-up offer at a discounted rate. Within 7 days, they had 10 to 12 booked estimates on the calendar. Even if only 3 of those turned into paid jobs, that's $15,000 plus in revenue, all from a 1-week sprint. That's what I mean by a quick win. It's fast, it's measurable, and it builds belief. Why the quick win sprint works. This isn't about just getting leads fast. It's psychological. When clients see something work early, they anchor that feeling to you. You'll become the person who made things happen when others just promised. And that's powerful because once you've proven you can deliver a win, even a small one, they start to trust your long-term plan. They give you breathing room. They follow your lead. And that's when it's time to transform from quick wins to consistent wins, from speed to stability. So now we build trust and delivered results. The next step is to show your client that this isn't a one-time fluke. You want them to see there's a system behind the success, a structure that keeps producing over time. That's where the 30, 60, 90 success plan comes in. Now, here's the truth. Excitement fades fast if clients don't see where things are going. After the first week, once the dust settles from the quick win sprint, I sit down and send them a simple but powerful document, the 30, 60, 90 success plan, what it is and why it works. This isn't some complicated strategy deck full of jargon. It's literally a 1-page roadmap that shows your client exactly what's coming next, step by step. It answers the questions they're already thinking about, but might not say out loud. Okay, what happens now? How do you know if this is actually working? What's the long-term plan? When you hand them this plan, you're not just showing strategy, you're showing structure, and structure builds confidence because nothing kills client relationships faster than uncertainty. How the 30, 60, 90 plan works. I break it down into 3 simple timeframes: 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. Each one has a clear goal, a measurable outcome, and one main focus. Here's how it looks in practice. First 30 days, validate channels and refine targeting. This is where we test and tune. The first month, we're still in the discovery and validation phase. We're looking at what's actually working, which channels bring in the best leads, which messages hit hardest, and where conversions drop off. Think of this as your proof of concept stage. We refine targeting criteria, offer angles, messaging and ad copy, outreach cadence. If something's not converting, we tweak it. If something's hot, we document it and prepare to scale. The main goal here, establish a baseline for what success looks like. So when we scale, it's based on data, not guesses. Next 60 days. Scale what's working, improve show rates. Once we know what works, we double down. This is where the real growth begins. Now, we start increasing volume, more leads, more appointments, and better efficiency. We also shift focus slightly from lead generation to lead activation because what good are 100 leads if only 20 show up to a call? So we work on improving show rates to better reminders, stronger follow-up sequences, and improved pre-call education. By now, the client starts seeing not just activity, but momentum. They're getting consistent leads, predictable results, but they can feel that something's working. This is where I start looping in small system improvements, maybe automation for lead follow-ups or templates for client responses. These little touches make things smoother and more scalable. Final 90 days. Add new channel or referral system for growth. Now that the engine is humming, it's time to multiply it. At this stage, I introduce one new channel, something that complements what's already working. This could be adding paid search if we've been running organic only or outbound, launching a referral program to tap into warm audiences, testing retargeting ads for nurturing unconverted leads. The point here isn't to overwhelm the client with more, it's to build depth, a system that keeps generating business even if one channel slows down. By the end of 90 days, the client doesn't just have results, they have predictability, and they can look at their calendar and know we're going to have many calls this month, this many opportunities, this much revenue coming in. That's the kind of peace of mind that makes them stay. Now, a plan is only as good as the numbers behind it, so I keep it simple. We track just the 4 metrics that actually matter. Qualified lead rate. Are the leads we're generating actually good fits? Show rate. How many of those leads are showing up to calls or appointments? Close rate. How many of those who show up? Like of those who show up, how many are buying? ROI, CAC, customer acquisition cost. What's the return versus the cost of acquiring each customer? When the clients see these 4 numbers improving month over month, they know they're in good hands. Let's take a real example, a cleaning company in New Jersey we work with. Here's how we rolled it out. Month 1, we start with outbound plus referral activation. That means we reached out to old clients who hadn't booked in months and incentivized them to come back while simultaneously generating new leads through targeted outreach. Month 2, once we validated their top lead sources, we scaled their local SEO presence. We optimized their Google My Business listing, gathered fresh reviews, and started ranking for nearby house cleaning searches. Month 3, we finally layered on paid search ads, targeting high intent keywords like office cleaning near me and maid service same day. The result? By the end of 90 days, they were averaging 25 qualified leads per month with a 60% show rate, and their calendar was booked solid 2 weeks out. That's what predictability looks like. Why do clients love this? The beauty of the 30-60-90 plan is that it replaces random activity with strategic clarity. Clients no longer feel like things are happening in the dark. They see the roadmap, they see the metrics, and they know there's a process, not just hope marketing. Every update you give ties back to the plan. Every win connects to a milestone, and that makes your service feel like a partnership, not a gamble. Now, even the best plan in the world can fall apart if your communication isn't right, because let's be honest, confusion kills trust faster than bad results. So let's talk about how to make your client communication airtight. That's what we'll cover in the next point, which is point 5, communication stack. Clarity keeps clients. Let's be honest, most client problems don't actually come from bad results. They come from bad communication. You could be doing an incredible job behind the scenes, generating leads, improving metrics, optimizing campaigns, but if the client doesn't see or understand it, it's like it never happened. And when that happens, clients start filling in the blanks with fear. What's going on? Are they even working on my account? Why haven't I heard from them? That's why I built something I call the communication stack, a simple but powerful system that keeps clients informed, confident, and happy. Because when communication is clear, clients feel safe. And when they feel safe, they stay. The core idea, simplicity wins. Now, this isn't about creating more meetings or sending walls of text. It's about setting clear expectations. When they'll hear from you, how, and what kind of updates they'll get. Here's the exact structure of my communication stack. One main channel, Slack or email, same day replies guaranteed. First, we decide on one communication channel, one main communication channel, either Slack or email. That's it. No juggling between 5 different platforms, no random DMs, no hey, just following up messages from 3 directions. We keep everything in one place, organized, trackable, and easy to find. And here's the key rule. We guarantee a same-day reply. Even if we don't have a full answer yet, we always acknowledge the message. Something as simple as, got it, I'll have an update for you later today. That one sequence can prevent a week's worth of frustration because silence is what breaks trust. Not mistakes, not slow progress, but silence. One weekly 15-minute check-in, short and consistent. Next, we do a weekly check-in call and keep it short, 15 minutes max. This isn't a strategy session or a deep dive. It's a quick alignment call to make sure everyone's on the same page. The beauty of this is its consistency. It's short enough that clients won't cancel, but consistent enough that they always feel updated. No long presentations, no endless discussions, just 4 questions. Here's the structure. What we did, a quick rundown of last week's actions, what we learned, insights from data, tests or conversations. What's next, the focus for the upcoming week. What we need from you, any approvals, access or input needed. That's it. 4 points, 15 minutes, full alignment. It's clean, repeatable, and makes your agency feel organized and proactive. Now, one monthly strategy call, big picture and next steps. Now, once a month, we zoom out. This is where we talk strategy, performance, and direction. We review results, discuss what's working, what's not, and plan the next growth moves. This isn't about talks, it's about trajectory. Here's the goal of the monthly call, to remind the client why they hired you in the first place, not just for execution, but for leadership. Because when clients see that you're not just reacting, but leading, they view you as a partner, not a vendor. I usually come prepared with 3 key wins from the past month, 2 lessons or pivots from the data, 1 big opportunity for next month. That rhythm keeps the call tight, structured, and valuable. Why this works so well? Most agencies overcomplicate communication. They either go too quiet, which builds anxiety, or they flood clients with too much information, which builds confusion. The communication stack hits the sweet spot. The sweet spot of 1 clear channel, 1 short weekly touch point, 1 big picture monthly sync. Clients always know when they'll hear from you and what to expect. It creates cadence, a rhythm that builds trust and predictability. Once a client feels the rhythm, they stop worrying about if you're working because they see it and feel it. Now, let me tell you a quick story here. We worked with a marketing director in Chicago who managed multiple vendors, ad agencies, freelancers, and software partners. One day, she told me something that really stuck. She said, "You guys are my favorite vendor, not because you always crush the results, but because you're the only team that makes it easy to know what's happening." And do you know what made a difference? A single page weekly update. Every Friday, we sent her a simple document. What we did this week, what we learned, what's next, what we need from you. No fluff, no long reports, just clarity. And she said it was the highlight of her week because she didn't have to guess or dig for information. That's the kind of simplicity that keeps you at the top of your client's vendor list. Now, not just because you perform well, but also because you communicate well, because communication is so crucial here. And why do clients stay when communication is clear? When clients feel informed, they feel in control. And when they feel in control, they trust you more because that trust translates into longer retention, smoother renewals, and even more referrals because they're not just happy with your results, they're happy with your process. And the best part, it takes almost no extra time to maintain. Once it's set up, it runs like clockwork. Now, we got the relationship part locked in, the trust, the clarity, the communication. But here's one final piece that ties everything together, the part that proves your value every single week. Because even with great updates, clients still want to see numbers that back it all up. That's where we bring in the final system, reporting they actually read. Let's be honest here, most clients hate dashboards. They hate spreadsheets, 20-slide PowerPoints, and endless metrics that don't mean anything to them. You know that feeling when you send a Google Data Studio report and you can feel that your client didn't open it? Yeah, that's because it's too complicated. They don't want 15 tabs of analytics. They want clarity. They want to know in plain English, are things working and what's next? So here's my rule for reporting that keeps clients engaged and coming back. 1 screen, 1 story. That's it. 1 screen, 1 story, the simplicity rule. I built all my reports around 1 simple principle. If a client can't understand the results in 60 seconds, it's too long. So instead of giving them a data dump, I show them a narrative. Here's what every report includes. Number of leads generated, total volume, are we filling the pipeline? Qualified rate of those leads, how many actually fit the target profile? Show rate, how many showed up for the call, appointment, or demo? booked meetings and closed revenue, real outcomes they care about, not vanity metrics. ROI, return on investment, in plain simple math. You spent this much, you made this much. No fluff, no filler, just results that speak for themselves. The secret sauce, the 5-line summary. Now, here's where most people miss the mark. Even if you show good numbers, clients still need context and more understanding of the data. So, data analysis is key here. They need to know why those numbers change and what you're doing about it. So, right under the report, I always include a short 5-line written summary. It looks like this: what changed this week, why it changed, what's next, risks to watch, what we need from you. That's it. 5 lines that give them the full picture without the overwhelm. Because remember, people don't buy data, they buy understanding. Here's one that really shows how powerful this approach is. We worked with Himetspa in Miami and they were running ads both on Google and Instagram. The owner was frustrated. She kept asking which ones actually bringing in paying customers. When we looked deeper, the numbers were clear. Google search leads were converting 2 times better than Instagram DMs. Instagram leads were engaging, but not booking. So in our weekly report, we kept it simple. We're shifting 60% of ad spend to Google search to double down on high intent leads and using Instagram just for retargeting. That's it. One paragraph, one clear takeaway. The owner read that, understood the logic under a minute, and said, perfect, let's do it. No back and forth, no confusion, just clarity. That's how you keep people happy, by giving them insight instead of information. Why simple reporting builds retention. See, clients don't leave because of bad numbers. They leave because they don't understand the numbers. If you make your reports clear and actionable, even a slow week still builds confidence, because instead of saying, maybe this isn't working, they think, okay, I see what's happening and I know how we're fixing it. That shift from uncertainty to confidence is what keeps them around month after month. All right, let's wrap this up with a quick recap because I want to do this. I want this to stick. All right, we do a fit check first. We only get qualified clients. 24-hour welcome. We respond fast and speed builds trust. 7-day quick win. Give them something really early. Book calls, few conversions, something they can see working. A 30, 60, 90 plan. Show them a roadmap, and clients will stay longer when they know exactly what's coming next. Communication stack, one channel, weekly check-ins, monthly strategy calls. Clarity beats chaos every time. Reports they actually read, which are simple, visual, and direct with context and data analysis. One screen, one story, a short summary they can digest in under a minute or 30 seconds. That's my client onboarding strategy. The same one that keeps clients for months, even years. And the best part, it works whether you're an agency, consultant, or freelancer. If you want me to help you build a consistent, qualified lead system, or even have my team deliver it to you, just reach out. I've worked with businesses across home services, healthcare, and B2B. And this exact process has generated predictable growth every single time. And hey, before you go, if you found this video valuable, hit that like button so YouTube knows you got something out of it. Subscribe to the channel for more step-by-step growth strategies, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. I share new strategies every week to help you attract clients, build systems, and scale your business without burning out. Thank you for watching. I'm Jem, and I'll see you in the next one.